the PhD I'm now pursuing, the topic was tabled by one of my professors, Professor Jevon. And what we're looking at are clean air zones. So for those who don't know what a clean air zone is, it's a targeted area where the reduction of nitrogen dioxide is of paramount importance. So trying to reduce these pollutants and ensure that air quality and life is better in that region. So one of the things that's interesting about this zone
Hi, my name is Professor Kevin and I'm the Director of the Centre of Excellence for Data Science, Artificial Intelligence and Modelling, otherwise known as DAIM, at the University of Hull. It's my absolute pleasure to be talking today with Jevon. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Hi, Kevin. And hi, everyone. I'm Jevon Westcar. And as Kevin said, I'm a PhD student here.
Okay. Well, I've got a few questions for you today, Jevon. Are you ready for these?
No problem. Well, I hope I'm ready.
I hope you're ready. So what got you interested in doing an MSc for data science and AI in the first place?
So, to be honest, it was probably back in 2012, thereabout. I really started recognizing that I just had this feeling that AI was going to be a thing. And, as the pandemic came on, I started doing a lot of practicing in AI, that kind of thing, on my own. And when I saw the MSc, advertised from the university, I was like, there is no way I'm not going to take this opportunity. So I just ran at it, and yeah, I'm here.
So you ran at it and you did the MSc. I remember you doing it, actually.
Yes.
It was really a lot of fun.
Yeah, we had, because you were my supervisor as well.
That's right.
So we had quite a bit
of
communication
absolutely.
there. Right.
And then of course you went on and did a PhD on top of that. So what was your motivation for doing that?
I mean, now thinking about it, it's a crazy idea, but I mean, it's very rewarding and very fulfilling. There are a few things that really motivated me to do a PhD. One of the things is that AI is very new now, and interestingly, it's almost the starting point for many people coming in at the MSc level. So I thought, futuristically, there will probably be quite an increase of people coming in at the MSc level who they have their masters in artificial intelligence. And I was thinking, how do you set yourself apart? Maybe you take that extra step. And the PhD was just, a great option, a great way to have that done. And, DAIM started providing these PhDs, and it was a no-brainer. I just applied immediately.
So tell us a bit about your PhD. What sort of research are you doing for your PhD? Give us the top-level overview in language that our listeners could understand.
Okay. So another thing, I hope I don't sound like I'm plugging DAIM too much, but another thing was that the PhD I'm now pursuing, the topic was tabled by one of my professors, Professor Jevon. And what we're looking at are clean air zones. So for those who don't know what a clean air zone is, it's a targeted area where the reduction of nitrogen dioxide is of paramount importance. So trying to reduce these pollutants and ensure that air quality and life is better in that region. So one of the things that's interesting about this zone, that's in many cities across the UK, one of the things that's interesting about it is that many of these are charged zones. So now people are, forced to pay if their vehicles violate, the terms that designate these zones. So it's now very interesting for people to know, are these zones really effective? How effective is it? Is it impacting our health? How is it affecting pregnancies? What are the different areas? So my PhD is really developing a framework for evaluating these zones so that at the end we can have a positive response to be able to tell people, yes, these zones are working, or maybe we need to go back to the drawing board.
So how does AI and data science affect what you're doing then with these zones?
Okay, so for one of the things that I'm looking on one of my research questions, we're looking on how to position sensors, because we have all these sensors placed around the cities. What are the optimal locations for positioning these sensors? And that's one of the
those sensors are to detect
these different pollutants, right. So nitrogen dioxide, all these things. We're taking somewhat of an interesting approach. So we're not simply looking, exclusively on these pollutants, but also taking into account how fairness can be tied into this. And as you know, fairness is a massive area in AI right now. So we're trying to see how we can bridge the gap of putting fairness into this, looking on the different densities of population, looking on cardiovascular diseases, where are these people concentrated, and can we move these census in areas where people are, most affected, as opposed to simply looking on pollutant data.
Right, because it's not just about, the literal city center, but you've got to get some of the suburbs.
Exactly,
and so on.
And in looking on the data, many times these sensors are clustered around these city centers, and places that are a bit further out are somewhat
So you
neglected.
bias yourself.
Well, that's it. So, and then that's another huge topic in AI bias. So it's really a massive field trying to, pull all these aspects together and allow people, we've presented, the algorithm, one of the algorithms we're developing to city councils, and they've been really impressed, seeing that we can now make an argument to the people that we are considering you in these AI applications. I know many people think of AI and they think of the Terminator and they think of everything, everything going down. But no, we are able to use AI for good, to look at the fairness. How can we make this more balanced? How can we ensure that, all people are positively impacted by the way how we position these sensors?
So it's about alignment of the AI, to use that term.
Using those technical terms. And let me not jump the gun. There are a few things I'd like to say there, but I'll probably hold off on that one.
How have the facilities within DAIM actually helped you achieve what you need to with your research and with your education?
Right. One of the things I'd really like to say in speaking to, even PhDs outside of the University of Hull, outside of DAIM, what we're provided here can be seen somewhat as an atypical experience. For the fact
in a positive way.
In a positive way, that is, because, in pursuing this level of research, as you know, AI requires heavy compute, like serious compute. And yes, we do have access to, the HPC. So we have high-powered computing that we can have access to. We have our lovely machines here that has, high-powered graphics cards, super CPUs, so we can make use of this. But what's also provided was we got laptops, we got other things, monitors, that we could take our research into different areas and continue to, make that foray into these different areas. So I thought that was brilliant that Dave
and of course, it's not just the hardware either. I mean, you're surrounded by people. You mentioned, there's a few people there. You worked with me, you worked with Jevon, so you're embedded in that culture. I wonder if I could get you to say a few words perhaps about how that's affected you personally. Has it helped?
I think, in speaking to, many PhDs, and again, not only at the University of Hull, but all over, supervision can make or break your PhD. If you do not have good supervision, it can be, quite a taxing experience.
For sure.
Yeah. So having the supervisors I've had, they've been able to, bring me up in areas that, let me just go back to my background.
Sure.
I'm from a computer science background. Programming, that kind of stuff is, let me not say it's easy for me, because it's challenging for everyone, but it's an area of my forte. But then there are other areas that may not be as strong a suit for me. And that's one of the things about a PhD. It's a very holistic experience. So it really pulls you, above not only your area of expertise, but it brings you into these other areas. And this is what has been provided from my supervision team. They've been able to say, okay, maybe your writing needs, a little touch up. This is how we'll get you to that next level.
Absolutely.
And in working with you, even to say from my peers, I've spoken to quite a bit of, I'm a part of a great cohort, and I'm able to, take some paper, take a pen, and just write my ideas out and just ask them, trash this idea. Tell me what you think about, let's just really get into this. And they're able to give me advice, and I'm able to give them advice about their process.
So you spoke there a little bit about the sort of skills that you got, and you spoke about writing there. Do you think there's any skills that, you've upgraded, not just data science and AI, but other areas of your life, other areas of your PhD experience that DAIM's contributed to?
Hi, my name is Kevin Pimblett, and I'm the Director of the Centre of Excellence for Data Science, Artificial Intelligence and Modelling, otherwise known as DAIM, here at the University of Hull. we run an MSc conversion course in Artificial Intelligence and Data Science here at the University of Hull. A conversion course takes in students from a wide variety of different backgrounds, not just STEM subjects, but arts and humanities and everything else in between. We upskill them in data science and artificial intelligence, and we do that through a series of bespoke modules, starting with Python programming in the first few weeks of trimester, leading into introductory materials in understanding artificial intelligence and the fundamentals of data science. We've just built a new building that you can see all around me. This is a £4.5 million investment by the University of Hull, and a strategic decision to invest in artificial intelligence and data science for the long term. Here at the University of Hull, we offer the full breadth of artificial intelligence and data science. We have elective options in a range of different subjects, from ethics right through to AI in healthcare, and a lot of others in between as well. We like to have our students on campus for one full day per week. That's from 9 AM right through to 6 PM. What this enables is for our students to manage their own time, so that if they have a job for which they might be going part-time, they can do it for the rest of the week, and therefore they can have that full day on campus learning and doing all the programming that they're required to do. There are a variety of reasons why our students choose the University of Hull as their first choice for an MSc conversion course. Not only do we upskill our students within the areas of AI and data science, but also locally this is one of the best regions in which to study. Here at the University of Hull, we offer the widest variety of different training courses in AI and data science. We also offer bursaries that our students are able to apply for, so if you are female, black, disabled, or from a low socioeconomic background, as might be judged from the higher rate of student loan, and you are a UK citizen, resident, or settled status, then please do consider joining us.